Star Wars number 31 by Jason Aaron and Salvador Larroca. On a temporary rebel outpost, Sana Starros recants to Han Solo and Princess Leia that if she knows Dr. Aphra, the fact that she kidnapped Luke to bring to the Queen of Cathan right now is bad news. Han asks how it is she knows so much, and she clams up, but they all decide that time is of the essence. They leave Chewbacca behind and head for the Screaming Citadel. Meanwhile, outside the gates of that very citadel, her guard explains to some disgruntled travelers that the Queen is no longer seeing guests. This doesn't sit well with them, as she only sees visitors once a year. Obviously, being in a bad mood at this gate isn't very wise, and the guards show that this Queen means business. One thing of note is that the Wookiee Black Krrsantan sits in quarantine for reasons apparently shown in this story's previous chapter in Dr. Aphra number 6. In the spire of the citadel, Luke and the Doctor make their way up the stairs to see the Queen. Aphra explains to Luke that she's a collector of oddities. She's obsessed with all things Jedi, and if their intent is to get her to reactivate the artifact they found, not to mention escape without being collected themselves, Aphra tells Luke to let her do the talking. They enter her dining chambers, and she greets them. She tells them that it's not every day somebody brings a Jedi before her. Luke keeps trying to interrupt and is clearly about to blow it when Aphra keeps talking over him to keep him from saying the wrong things. Finally, dessert is served, and the Queen wants to see the Jedi lift the plate covers using the Force. Obviously, as he's still untrained, this ability doesn't seem to come easy. The Queen's guard pulls a dagger, putting it to his neck to see if Luke works better under pressure, as the Doctor explained. Luke is trying, but it's not working. Meanwhile, Aphra explains to the Queen in exchange for the Jedi, she has an artifact containing the archived personality of the Jedi Rur. She asks that it be activated while quietly applying an explosive under the table. While the pressure on Luke grows, Aphra offers to remove the tops but is refused. She begins to sense the entire thing is a ruse. She yells at Luke to not remove them as he slams his head back, incapacitating the guard. The tops come off the platters and some symbiotes leap out to attack. Aphra triggers the explosives to detonate and they make a run for it. As they run back down the stairs, she explains to Luke that the Queen obviously intended to keep both of them. She radios her torture droid, Triple O, for a quick escape. Obviously, as some rather nasty guards bear down on them, the droid explains that he's having a tough time figuring out who's on what side anymore. As Sana, Han, and Leia stand before him, he practically begs for permission to murder the rebels, but with that, we're left to be continued. Obviously I know that the Star Wars universe is a whole different ballgame in the Marvel stable. That said, this story required part 1 to be followed in their pages of the Dr. Aphra book, which I don't read. And since I also don't read Darth Vader, yet, Han Solo, or any of the other Star Wars books, I really thought this lone book would stay dedicated to things kind of in the original Trinity wheelhouse. It didn't, and that's disappointing. Still, it was an easy enough follow and worth skipping around YouTube to find out all the details. Hopefully this is a one-time crossover, though. I don't appreciate it, but I'll tolerate it. What else am I supposed to do? I give it a 6 out of 10. If you like this video, there's hundreds more like it, spanning several current and classic story arcs. Click the boxes here for more playlists. This video is also accompanied by my blog at nerdiestkidyouknow.blogspot.com or nerdiestkidyouknow.com. You can also follow links to my Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter pages, as well as a link to this very issue for sale on my eBay page by clicking below. For the Nerdiest Kid You Know, I'm Sam Torito. Thanks for watching.